the Jumbotron. Niggas bleeding now and never see the sun. Tryna take a life, nigga, get it. I'm the kid, make a nigga look. Be the repercussions in the conflict.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Anything Goes TV 817. I'm your host, David.
And I'm Nino.
And that was All the Don. Shout out to All the Don, his manager, Clint, and my main man, Bruce, Luther, Axe, Mark, Charles, JT, and all my friends on the East Coast, and all of my brothers in California, Houston, Chicago. I can't name all of y'all, but thank you for listening. And to all my ladies, you know I got to holler at y'all. Tammy Brandy, Kennedy Kiara, Kayla, Cornella, Amy, and Peaches. And you know all the rest of the ones I keep missing. I'm sorry about that, ladies. But you know, I love you still. We love you still. Today, we want to talk about the latest news that's going on with the Los Angeles Lakers. They made it official. They hired JJ Redick. They had the press conference today. Now, everybody's talking whether he's going to be a good coach or whether it was a good hire. So we're going to talk about that today because everybody want to know what's going on with the Lakers. Was it a good move or not? Nino, let's get right to it. What you think?
Well, I think from what I'm seeing, first of all, I think the front office, and I'm talking about Rob Pelinka and Jenny Buss, I think they kind of want to go against the grain because, see, you had coaches out there like Monty Williams, but I think they just kind of like going to go out on a limb and go with JJ Redick. Of course, I still think somebody had a big part of hand into it, but they said JJ Redick is a polarizing like figure and everything. And one point I want to say too, this man has never had no coaching experience. He even would tell you, I'm new to this.
Well, he won't be the first that got the job without having any coaching experience.
That's
you know, we have Mark Jackson. It's one that I could think of, and I know there's many that we could say. But would that be the best fit for the Los Angeles Lakers? That would be the question that I'm looking at because the Lakers is one of the most storied franchises in the league, if not the most storied next to Boston.
Mm-hmm.
And a franchise like that, after hiring Darvin Ham, would bring in someone with no coaching experience. That boggles the mind, but I'm still wondering, is that a good coaching hire?
I would have went with a more seasoned, like, got skins on the wall. That's just me personally. I would have went with somebody that has been through the mud, that has been battle tested. I mean, like I say, to me, it seemed like this is going to be like, I don't know. I'm damned if I do, if I'm damned if I don't. And as I was looking at JJ Redick on his press conference, he was very cavalier, like, well, if I do good, I do good. If I don't have nothing to lose.
Well, let's just get everything straight. JJ Redick is not the coach. LeBron James is the coach. Now, do we think that the players will buy into that?
What I'm gonna say this, Dave, is has it been working? Because he's been so-called, been behind the scenes, making the big calls anyway. So has it been working? And my answer to that is no, because it hasn't worked since. So, I mean, you still gonna have to get somebody in there, and like I say, LeBron James is really the last voice. You got to get somebody in there with the authority, like, say, a Pat Riley, like, and I know he's old, that to have the authority to even oversee LeBron James.
Well, it's too late for that. They have their coach.
Right.
And now he's on the hot seat. And let me tell you, JJ Redick won't last a year. That was the worst hire that they could have ever made. It reeks of them being a bunch of puppets for LeBron James and his entourage that's calling the shots. There's no way that man should have been the coach after him and LeBron James undermining Darvin Ham during the season with their X's and O's on that ridiculous podcast and trying to show his basketball IQ on the podcast was ridiculous. People coach rings around him.
Mm-hmm.
He was terrible as a player. Let's get that straight. He only had a storied college career. He didn't cut it in the NBA. He really was that good of a shooter in the NBA. Not the way he was in college.
Mm-hmm.
We was very disappointed in JJ Redick. And now his demeanor comes off as arrogance.
Absolutely.
How could anybody respect his hire? And I'm a LeBron James fan up until he done got the big head. He's uncoachable, and now he wants to coach. And who do he think is going to listen to him? And, well, maybe Anthony Davis, because you got to have a bunch of followers, you see. And this is ridiculous. At the end of this man's career, you're going to appease him by putting a coach in place that has no coaching experience and has no credibility. Those players are not going to respect him. This is ridiculous. This is a circus. What you think, Nick?
Well, yeah, David, I wanted to tell you this too, David. This was funny too, what I see too. When news broke, you know, they were saying, well, have LeBron James been informed or whatever? It was said LeBron James wasn't even informed. The first one was his wife, Savannah.
Well, he probably conveniently vacationing in Hawaii or somewhere, you know, while this is going out like, hell, what? They hired JJ? Come on, LeBron, that's so fake, man. We know you orchestrated this whole thing, not your entourage, you did, because you run those guys. Rich Paul, Maverick Carter, all them guys do what you say. Okay, let's get that straight. So whatever narrative is being pushed, you are pushing it. You pushing it because this is the flunky that's going to play your boy when they draft him. He's going to put LeBron and his boy in there together. And, oh, it's must-see TV. You know, sure it's must-see TV because everybody's going to want to see it, but it just shows how you can, it don't take hard work all the time. And all of these players out here that's better than him, that should get that shot, won't get it because of, let's just get it straight, the Caitlin Clark effect. Now we're trying to boost ratings. And that's a good story to see LeBron out on the court carrying his son. You know?
David, I got to tell you this too. Like I said, I'll do my research. And another point that I know that is playing possum. JJ Redick had the audacity to say, oh, I haven't talked to LeBron James only about this coaching situation until 30 minutes after I got the job. Come on, man. Come on.
See how quickly he lost credibility? Already telling a bold-faced lie, trying to keep that stare. You know, like he's just, oh, you know, you can't, I got a poker face here. See, that don't cut it. That don't cut it. We want somebody we can relate to on that sideline, not no guy that looked like a CEO of a company. You know, this guy walking around here. I didn't like your commentary when you was on First Take. You too arrogant. But you subservient to LeBron James. Because when are you going to tell him, LeBron, you messing up? LeBron, you need to go down in the post. LeBron, get off the ball. You hogging the ball too much. You slowing the offense down. You waiting 15 seconds so somebody break open and then look crazy. Oh, they missed the open shot. Man, you got everybody out of their rhythm. So you got a flunky up there that want to run this goofball offense that you think that you could orchestrate. Let me tell you what I don't like about this, Nino. It's a personal thing with me.
Yes, sir.
These guys who play the game, it's great. Afterwards, they think they can coach the game. Because of their great talent, they hold everybody to a higher standard. And that is not how a coach operates. That's why Michael Jordan was terrible. Magic Johnson was terrible. Now LeBron James, you terrible. Because we know you're trying to coach. And it's terrible.
And then you have a novice at that.
Who do you think you're going to get to come play with you? Do you think you're going to get any superstars? You know, that was a circus down there in New Jersey when they had Steve Nash. You kidding me? You bring a superstar in there, he's not listening to that jerk.
Then the comment came out, oh, well, this is Anthony Davis' team. This is what LeBron James said. This is Anthony Davis' team. I'm only going to be here for maybe a few years. So I don't want to have nothing to do with it. Come on, man.
We know this is business and it's not, and it's political behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Because we know all of this has been orchestrated for Bronny James.
Mm-hmm.
Because LeBron knows he's on his last leg and he don't have but a couple of more years. And he don't want to be out there just being a hanger-on. So he's going to be gone. But he wanted his son well cemented in a position with the team that he's on now because he have a lot invested in California. We all know that. And we love you, LeBron, because, we watch you for years and enjoy everything about it. But with that goes criticism. As being a great fan of yours, I have to speak on this the way I see it, man. I wish I could just put my son ahead of these good kids out there that's highly ranked, that should get that shot in the second round when it comes around to the Lakers pick. Mm-hmm. What you think, Nick?
Oh, yes, of course. I wish I had that much, I wish I had that much pull. But I was talking to somebody, a good colleague too, and David really, I think, it's not going to do nothing but put a hell of a bullseye on Bronny James. It's going to put a hell of a bullseye on that young man. Because, see, it's still, when it's all said and done, your dad is living out his dream through you more than he letting you live out your dream through yourself.
Well, now here's where LeBron James is ahead of everybody. If you control the coach, you can control what happens to your kid within your team. Yeah, it's going to be a bullseye on him throughout the league. And LeBron James can't do nothing about that. But in practice and all of that, he can keep the wolves off his board. He couldn't do that at USC. That's why USC lost their coach. He wouldn't go along with that. He's seen, man, these kids out here are dogs, man. I done brought in all of these top-ranked kids. They was ranked ahead of Bronny, and Bronny can't step up ahead of him. We know he had his accident, and we're not holding that against him. We understand that, Bronny. Okay, another year of college, and you could have showed that you are that player that everybody think you are because we believe you can be great, but you got to earn greatness. It can't be given to you. But back to my point. LeBron's going to control the Wolves in practice, but not once the game started. That's what happened at USC. He couldn't control those Wolves in practice, and he couldn't control the Wolves when they saw Bronny. He had a bullseye on him in college, and it's bigger now in the pros.
I want to say another point on JJ Redick, Dave, if you don't mind. This man, think about it. You don't even know how to assemble your assistant coaches. How you going to assemble your assistant coaches? You haven't did that before. I mean, are you even looking into that? Of course, probably on the back burner, LeBron will have his hand in that. But I'm just saying, do you even have thought about your assistant coaches that you're going to, interview?
Well, I want everybody to know we broke this story and said this was going to happen way before it happened. Now we're gonna complete the story. You just brought up a good point. The assistant coaches is going to be made up of LeBron James cronies, ex-players of his. Look to see familiar faces on that bench. Guys that LeBron played with that would do exactly what he said. He's going to assemble a coaching staff for yes men.
You sure are right. I got to do because I browsed through it and the candidates, Rajon Rondo, Jared Dudley, who's currently assistant coach on Jason Kidd's Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? You caught that?
Let's forget about guys like Sam Cassell and people who deserve it.
Yes.
Let's just forget about guys like Mark Jackson that proved he could coach but never got another chance.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
I feel like Monica McNutt when she told Stephen A. LeBron, you had your platform. You could have been politicking for years for a better coach. And if JJ Redick is all the person that is the best you could come up with, you kidding me? See, you didn't want Sam Cassell because he's going to tell you the truth.
That's what I was just finna intervene that with you. Because Sam Cassell gonna tell the truth. He's been that always. That's our type of basketball player he would. And he would be great for him. He would be great.
Well, great for the team, not LeBron. LeBron is trying to hold on to what he have left. He's an aging superstar that's looking to hold on, and his nose is 1 inch above the water level. He's about to drown, you see. And what LeBron got to do, he got to realize this. Every dog has his day.
That's true.
It was over with.
Amen.
Okay?
That's true.
Go out with class and dignity.
Right off the sunset.
Yeah. Don't go out like a raging dictator trying to get your way on the franchise that a lot of us love. And now you have people actually rooting against you, whether they will say it or not. Whether they say it or not, I'm going to say it. You have people out there that hoping this don't work because of how it was handled and how this man, JJ Redick, was not deserving of the job. And I know a lot of folks are saying that, oh, it's a good deal. The ones that before it actually happened was dead set against it. But you see how the powers that be will change things. Mm-hmm. And now those same voices are saying it's a good hire when they know it's not. There were more deserving candidates. LeBron knows it, and the world knows it.
I have seen two analysts, I'm not going to say no name, already said the Lakers will do no better than 10th place on down.
Well, one thing for sure, they're not going to get no superstar to come play for them. And if they can assemble a bunch of college kids and become, I don't know, a team that's I wouldn't say, well, that's relevant. And that's not good to say for the Lakers. We want to be more than relevant.
Right.
That's about as good as they're going to do. Mediocre at best. At best. But I look for a terrible season. I look for mutiny on the team. I look for LeBron James to look terrible this year. I look for, it's just what it is. LeBron, this should never have happened.
I know I'm going to say this. Damn, if Milwaukee pulled Agent Griffin and he was like, what, about 31 and 30 and 13, and they pulled him, I'm kind of with you. JJ Redick will be out of there after this year. Well, I would think so.
If Anthony Davis had any courage, or if he was really a man that could stand up for himself and see, he wants to follow the leader. The leader is not coachable right now. Mm-hmm. He thinks he's the coach. Players need to be respectful of the coach. They need to run what the coach says, not what they think is better. And you tell the kids from that, doing Little League, all the way up, and they know that until you get the big head like LeBron. Somebody anoints you the king, pretty soon you get to believing you really are a king, and you put your shoes on the same way everybody else do.
David, I want to ask you this. If this fails, don't you think the fans of LA going to run LeBron up out of there?
No, LeBron on his way out anyway. You remember, he's on a 2-year window. And he's gone. He's going to be in Hollywood doing whatever it is he's going to do. He'd be all right. He want to set his kid up. Mm-hmm. That's what this whole thing is about. Mm-hmm. He put JJ Redick in place. JJ Redick is beholden to him. And JJ Redick has to try to make his boy star. And LeBron James think his boy have that in it. He thinking all of these experts that's in scouting got it wrong. He should have been ranked higher. And he want to prove it. So he's going to use all of his political savvy, basketball influence to pave the way for his son. And the first thing was putting a puppet coach in place. This is a hot story, and I'm sure we're going to keep talking about this all year long.
It's going to get juicier. It's going to get juicier.
It can't help but get juicier. And we're going to be on top of every last second of this because the Lakers are breaking news, and we want the Lakers to get back on top.
Absolutely.
But you got to do it the right way.
Yes, sir.
And you got to do things right. This is David.
And I'm Nino.
Tune in again for another episode of Anything Goes TV 817.
Too many niggas now.